Hey, this is the World Advice Channel 2. What I want to talk about today is the topic of, does listening to rap music mean you're trying to be black? So for this video, I'm going to discuss in a simple and straightforward way the topic of, does following rap music, and not just following rap music, but having rap as your main favorite genre and being a part of the culture of it in general, from the clothing, the dancing, and so on and so forth, mean you're trying to be black, is what I'll be discussing for this video in a simple and straightforward way so anyone can understand it, as well as a lesson that people can learn from this topic, okay? So now I mentioned that, let's get started. So when it comes to the topic of, does listen to rap music and being a big fan of rap culture in general, I'm more specific to sum it up. Does listen to rap music, if you're not a black person, mean you're trying to be black? The simple answer to that question is absolutely no. It does not mean you're trying to be black, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, like a lot of things, and especially in America, and of course how dumb a lot of black people in America are, and it's not that much different here in Canada, let alone the Caribbean, the whole black community, but a lot of African Americans, so, and no, I'm not jumping on this whole, Caribbean versus African American beef shit, okay? I'm not into that stuff, okay? To be honest with you, that shit is stupid and depressing as fuck, because we are literally the same people, okay? To be honest with you, okay? So I'm not playing that game, but I'm just gonna keep it real though. Even though I know the majority of African Americans are not like this, I'm not gonna lie and hide my words. A lot of them are really fucking dumb, and that's why a lot of them believe the things that they do and get offended and angry over every little goddamn fucking thing. A lot of them are really dumb as hell, okay? And I'm not, as I said, I'm not saying the majority. I don't believe the majority are like this, but a significant portion, like 20-30%, they just dumb. They dumb, okay? So I want to make this clear. I'm not saying all African Americans are like this, but a lot of them are, okay? The majority are not, but a lot of them are, okay? And the truth of the matter when it comes to the topic of, does listening to rap music, if you're not black, mean you're trying to be black? It's just such a goddamn annoying freaking statement, and that's why I speak the way I have so far for this video, because I have to hear this shit all the time, and it gets kind of really annoying, okay, to be quite blunt honestly, because the truth of the matter is, let's speak the honest truth here, okay? In this modern world we live in, there's something known as cultural exchange, okay? Every culture in the face of the world, even cultures of people, let's be honest, let's not be PC politically correct here, we consider maybe more primitive, have done things that have contributed massively to the world, okay? Everything from indigenous people in the Americas, specifically North America, for that matter, even though of course people stereotype them as being fucking stupid, especially here in North America, especially up north in the northern part of Canada, which I'm not going to go too much into that, because let's just say it's not very positive at all. Even they've contributed, despite them not having the most advanced civilizations imaginable to us, okay? Things like maple syrup, which, let's be real now, who can live without maple syrup, specifically if you like having breakfast, to corn being another thing that they introduced to the world, and of course, since the Aztec and stuff is a part of North America as well, the North American continent, tomato, stuff like that. Let's keep it real though, okay? Who the hell cannot live without those things? Like, to sum it up, potatoes, tomatoes, corn, let alone maple syrup, okay? It's most people, let's keep it real, if we were to eat like our ancestors before those things became popular, a lot of us would go probably insane, because it's become such a big part of not only the diet of people, but also, of course, as well, even a part of a cultural staple, just like Italians, they love to eat tomatoes, Irish people love to eat potatoes, and from what I'm aware, to be honest with you, British people, or some place in Europe, they're a big fan of corn or something, okay? The point is, every culture has contributed in a way, whether it could be food, or even, to be more specific, the more primitive cultures, like the Native Americans, to even Papua New Guineans, who everybody in the world, let's keep it real, thinks they're a primitive culture. Not saying that I believe that they think they're stupid, but we know Papua New Guineans are not a very advanced culture if you've ever heard of them. And guess where bananas come from? They come from Papua New Guinea. Let alone all the different types of cuisines and so on and so forth throughout the world, to be honest with you, all of them come from different cultures of people, okay? Every culture has contributed in some way to the world, whether it could be technological, social, cultural, you know, and so on and so forth in one way, shape, or form, because that's the world we live in today. And that's kind of the point of trade in the first place. Every group of people have their own specialty, okay? And let me give an example to be more precise is what I mean, okay? Let's just say you're somebody who's just maybe a white person, okay? Your favorite music genre is rap music, okay? Your favorite type of food to eat is Italian, okay? Your favorite type of TV shows to watch is Japanese anime, and so on and so forth. Does that mean you're trying to be black? Like, how does that make any sense? Especially if you are embracing different cultures, because that's kind of the point of trade. Every culture has their own specialties that they give onto people. Okay? They say that, because my favorite genre of music is made by black people, when every other fundamental thing, in existence that makes me up as a person, like everything from the type of TV shows I like to watch is not made by black people, to the type of food I like to eat is not made by black people, and so on and so forth. Common sense 101 is going to teach you he's not trying to be black, okay? So to just simply say, because he listens to rap music all the time, he's trying to be black, is fucking stupid. In all honesty, I can understand a little bit because of the frustration and of course the topic of culture vultures, and yes, I know the history of it, the idea that, somebody is like, for example, says they hate black people, but they also consume stuff that's made by black people, which white people have a history of doing. But we have to also realize we live in a modern age. Like, you don't have to worry about that as much. Everyone knows black people invented rap music and certain particular things. And there's much evidence to kind of prove it. So to get angry all the time, people bring up the topic of he's a culture vulture and stuff because we're suspecting that he is. It's just kind of dumb, let alone when the topic of culture vulture gets brought up. I don't think you have to worry about that. That's kind of outdated. Everyone can kind of document things, okay? So that is honest truth here. So the idea that, they're gonna hate us but love our culture, I don't really know if it's really that bad. But even aside from that, a lot of people just say that stuff all the time. You're trying to be black, you're trying to be black, you're trying to be black, just because they like one element of one of the main things that they like when it comes to forms of entertainment or something for that matter, whatever, happens to be something made by black people. And that's so dumb, and I have to hear it all the time, and it gets kind of annoying. Besides, at the end of the day, the whole point of the world is for people to exchange ideas with each other. Even when you look at the history of the world, there's no culture that truly invented everything. Even things that are considered cultural staples of every culture in the world, okay? Even when you go back thousands of years ago, whether it could be the ancient Greek culture, elements of that, to ancient Rome, to, of course, after Rome, it became, Spain and Britain and stuff. All of those ideas were created by someone else. Every group of people have been exchanging ideas with people forever, which is the truth of it. Okay, there's every idea you can fundamentally think of has been invented by someone else, by some other group in some way, shape, or form. Even the metals the ancient Chinese people use are all fundamentally based on metals that were created by people actually at one point in the Middle East, let alone every other element of society. Like paper and stuff was created by Chinese people, and and some of the things from Chinese culture were created by another group of people, yada yada yada. You get the point. Like, no group of people can claim everything that they have was solely invented by them. It was ultimately, in some way, shape, or form, elements of their culture were influenced by another group of people who, of course, gave them an idea that's now become a staple of their very image of the matter. Okay, so to be quite blunt and honest with you, for rap to be considered any different just because it's a black medium, I'm trying to be black, just because, you listen to rap music, think someone's just trying to be black just because they listen to rap music. It's just such a stupid way of thinking. It's really regressive and dumb, and it's freaking outdated, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, Now that we're coming close to the end of the video, to put it bluntly, since that we're coming close to the very, 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 very end of this video, to speak the honest truth here, honestly, no ifs, ands, or buts. That way of thinking is, simply put it, regressive, okay? Because actually, rap music is not only promoted, um, people, let alone black culture to people, for that matter, which has actually helped leaven the blow of discrimination against us, or in other words, has helped make discrimination less bad against us. It has also helped stimulate the black economy and many other things. So to do something that can turn people off from wanting to listen to our music and embracing our culture is actually really fucking stupid, in honesty. Let alone the fact is our community has more important things to focus on, or you're trying to be black and this and that, and that's the honest truth here. And simply put, I'm out. So bye.